everybody, to Falskallan Nights, and welcome to Dire Bear. I am your host, the Bard with no name. Oh, we're off to a great start. Nothing like yelling profanities to myself before starting a session. That being the case, I have missed you guys a lot, and a lot has been going on. A busy summer. Been really. That being the case, before we get into tonight's session, let's get into some announcements. With that, Tom.
Thank you, JT, and thank you, adventurers, once again for joining us on Falskallan Nights. Are we back on our bullshit tonight? You bet your ass we are. And on that note, as usual, please make sure to get all your motherfucking swear words out now, just in case Charminar's got a no cursing queued up. We don't know quite what's in store for Team Them tonight. Last session got derailed by Pussy, which, let's be honest, is completely on brand for this crew. We'll need to use all our brain power to actually figure out our next step in this fiasco. Thankfully, we can do that mathematically with our first sponsor, D&D Beyond. Their platform allows us to keep all our campaign info and character sheets in one convenient place. Sorry, Dinter's attempting to kill me. They've got extensive character creation tools, expandable note sections, and just about every sourcebook you can name. Their character creation process also provides you with every method possible for generating your adventurer's stats. So, whether you roll, divide, or use standard array, D&D Beyond can facilitate your thought process as you, inevitably, make intelligence your weakest quality. Thanks to D&D Beyond for continuing to sponsor us and our complete lack of book smarts. The deadly salad I've been having, apparently. One moment while I try not to die. Of course, I might actually need some help from our next sponsor, FX May Vary. They can't actually cure food caught in your throat. God, this is embarrassing. But they are genre hopping. Shit. JT, help!
Just go to the widescreen. We're all getting a live reaction to this.
I just love them so much, it's choking me up. FX May Vary, now that I'm not going to completely butcher their sponsor read, is a genre-hopping, hard-rockin', dice-rollin' band of magnificent musicians from Newmarket, Ontario, who've recently joined the rarefied air of Dire Bear sponsors. They balance toe-tapping tunes with mental health advocacy, and two of their number are even on one of our D&D shows. You can find this band on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere music is streamed. You can also reach out to them on Facebook and Instagram. Their music is designed to be enjoyed by everyone and may promote feelings of happiness, an impulsive desire to move rhythmically, a desire to share with others, the possibility of getting the sunflower seeds stuck in your throat, and a compulsion to follow the band on social media. As always, individual effects may vary. Of course, if you're thinking, man, I'd really like to watch Tom nearly choke to death on food while singing my praises, well, you're in luck! You can sponsor Dire Bear yourself via our Patreon page and get some killer rewards for it. Discord privileges, merch, mentions at the end of our streams, which on Wednesdays means I actually write you a Diamondback parody song and sing it for you. It's got a 50-50 track record so far. Aiming for better tonight, as always. At our highest tier, you even have an opportunity to get monthly voice acting lessons from me, provided I survive the rest of this stream. So, if you want to know how to voice dastardly villains, stalwart heroes, and sultry rogues, give your fellow players some severe trouble in the pants, maybe with that, I would be more than happy to put my experience as a voiceover and radio professional at your disposal. Hop on over to patreon.com/DireBearAC and become part of the magic. And to top it all off, if you want to show your love for Dire Bear in more obvious ways, you can actually wear us! The Dire Bear merch store on Streamlabs has some roaring great merch for all your nerdy needs. We've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies. Unfortunately, after checking in with Otter, we've determined that Streamlabs actually doesn't let you make underwear, but I am currently drafting up a Change.org petition to combat that. Hashtag Daddy Diamondback Thongs will happen in our lifetime. In lieu of that, however, we do have tank tops now. Our new Beyond Alignment line of Pride merch includes our first set of tank tops, so you can show off those thick arms of yours in beautifully inclusive fashion. Beyond Alignment is also featured on t-shirts, with variants that include the non-binary, trans, and BLM pride colors. They're geek, they're chic, they're guaranteed to scare bigots away from your table, and they're a stylish reminder that human rights are a year-round battle. Our kindred in the queer community are still facing so much renewed hatred and idiocy from politicians, butthurt straights, and people who apparently got dragged by their producers to see the Barbie movie. So, these symbols can not only be an expression of joy, but a promise to stand with those who are hurting, to add your voice to theirs when they cry out for better, and to be their bulwark against any gutless cockwaffle who thinks their humanity's a matter for debate. Bears are known for their protective instincts. Be the dire bear that lives up to that rep. I'm going to go continue dying now. JT, back over to you.
Man who's wearing his Oppenheimer suit with a custom-made dire bear thong, I am proudly willing to start this episode. That being said, just wanted to do a couple secondary now. First one, happy marriage. Married over the weekend, and I can't be any happier to have a new brother. That being the case, amazing time, and I just want to say congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations.
You want the mic closer, just like a little bit like this?
ASMR,
Yeah?
please.
Well, I'd like to congratulate my brother on his wedding.
Wait.
Let me just do this a second. Drop you a couple decibels. There we go.
Your voice is too sultry for the mic.
Indeed.
Are we ready for Falskallan?
Yes, Daddy. I'm sorry.
I'm going to start choking again, Jesus.
Welcome to Falskallan Nights, where everything is chaos, and I'm just a thirst trap. With that, let's get into tonight's episode.
I like you guys in my ears.
Last time on Falskallan Nights, Team Them found a cat. Now, what are you guys up to?
I know.
So if I recall correctly, I believe we had to do the rituals again because we left the vicinity.
Yep. So basically, where you guys are right now is you're still back in Faith's Blessing Hospital. You're in the administration areas. Pretty much, 2/3 of Team Them decided to go to the Treasury, while Halcyon and Diamondback, or Halcyon Howard and Diamondback, were doing the rituals. Spleen had done a, what was it? Commune with animals.
Speak with animals.
Yeah, speak with animals, which, I mean, you tried speaking to the cat, was not replying back. That being the case, you found a new chest, which you had smashed in. So, with that, Yimmer, unfortunately not being around because daddy duties are more important than D&D. We miss you, buddy. We hope you can be back for the next episode.
D&D
Or
stands
later
for
on. Who
Daddies
knows?
and duties.
Daddies and duties.
Daddies
and
and
daddies.
Mm-hmm.
That being the case, you see the contents of this beautiful chest just cave right in, and you guys look, and you notice that, oh wow, there's a crap ton of gold in there. See a crap ton of gold, and you see a couple of see a bunch of gems, and also like vials of potions that some of them have already just been broken into just by the pure force and the concussion of the axes, the axe blows, and a spell scroll that has
Did I
been
do
seemingly
that?
chopped in half.
Did I do that?
Well, it's really unfortunate that the payroll got completely looted, and that there was nothing here to recover.
No.
Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Nothing left. She's
What do you mean there is stuff here? There's
What
There's stuff for us.
Well, yes, but look, if anyone asks, we can just say we didn't find shit, and this all belongs to us.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, there is nothing here. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Inside the chest, there is 2,100 gold pieces.
Not
Oh.
bad.
There's what?
Jesus.
Yep.
How much?
Math?
He said 121.
2,100.
Oh. Oh, that's a different number.
That's a lot of mooly.
That's like at
Yep.
least 60.
I can't even count that much.
Yep.
All right. So, I mean, I could just go right through what you guys unlocked there. So you'll find you guys rummage through, and you end up finding 11 gems. Some of them are like, well, jets. Other ones, opals, amethyst, a couple emeralds, or ruby, sapphire, whatsoever. Yeah, and whatnot. And you kind of do a quick look over, and they're not exactly beautifully cut. They're more or less in their raw form, but they're still like decently sized. Some vary from like a nice fist size, like super rough. They end up being, you kind of guess, between 25 to 75 gold. With a proper appraisal, you could probably figure out how much they're actually worth. You see two. You see three potion vials. One of them containing a greenish liquid. Yeah, greenish liquid. That is very like it's almost water, but it leaves like just a slight effervescence trail after you kind of give it a swish. The other two, one of them broken and one of them broken and leaking, and you smell it, and it smells very medicinal. And you realize, okay, this one's probably a potion of healing, while there was another one beside it, fully intact. That one, guessing it to be a potion of healing. There's a spell scroll that has been split in half. Probably attempt to mend it if you wish, but you don't know if the enchantment has been broken, whatnot. But you do see another scroll right beside it.
Wow. Junk. More junk.
Boring. Ooh, shiny.
Now, hang on, I think I can fix this one.
So
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think
So
it is?
for a good time call. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
No, flip it over. That's usually just the place where all the magicians around here put ads.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and mend the broken spell scroll once I line the pieces up correctly.
Okay, so easily enough, you unroll it and you unroll it. And you try and phase the cut seams together, and because these axes rather sharp, the slice was actually rather clean. That being the case, doing the mending, it's easy to mend the paper, but you realize that the enchantment isn't exactly full on reconnecting.
Hmm.
You might need to spend some time if you want whatever's in the scroll.
Yeah. Hand it over to Halsterian. You guys are in the room now, yeah?
I think I was on the way to the room. I think I just got
At this
to
point,
the
you guys
door.
walk in.
Falling.
Yeah.
At this point, you're walking in and you see the cat running.
What the?
That wasn't mine.
Okay.
Oh, hey guys. Look at how empty and completely devoid of treasure this room is. What a shame, ain't it?
I mean, yeah, that looks like the only thing in here.
there's at least
Well, at
60
first, Yimmer comes in. Well, at first there was nothing, and now there's more nothing.
So yeah, I'll hand the scroll over to Halsterian and go. Well, tried to slit or stitch it back together best I could, but looks like the spell's gone out of it. Don't know if there's anything you could do with it.
I take it, flip it over again, turn it upside down.
Have you tried turning
Give
it
it to
on and off
Howard.
again?
Maybe.
Where's your head? Oh, what?
Look at that. It's ethereal.
What is happening? What are you doing over there?
Oh, I picked up the mat
Oh,
because it's a spell scroll.
I was like, who are you talking to?
Herb got me a spell scroll dice mat forever ago.
Nice.
Nice.
So you're looking over the. So yeah, you're looking over the spell and you're trying to decipher what it is.
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
Wait. Am
Can I assist
I'm
at this
exhausted,
point?
right? Sure, I'm
You are still exhausted.
Okay.
If you want to give it back to me and you can assist.
Sure. Let's do that.
Off to a good start.
I know. She's. It's just not the same without Yimmer.
Arcana check 24.
Wow.
What'd you get?
You got 20.
24.
And Howard?
Oh, I was assisting him.
Oh.
Yep.
I see how it is. Gotta be that way.
Oh God, now it's my turn.
It's a night of joking. A night of
Rob
joking.
being murdered by our food.
I was gonna say I can roll
See,
separately if you would like.
Yeah.
No. You guys already did the. You guys did the roll. You're looking it over, and although not specifically labeled, you start reading through, and you recognize the components as a see invisibility spell
Ooh.
about piercing into the arcane void, seeing things that have veiled themselves from natural lighting that has warped and bent the natural refraction around them.
Well,
There is still a second scroll in.
yeah. let's take a look at that one.
Yep.
And we'll see what we can do with this one.
Be interesting if these two are supposed to be cast together. Let's see what the other one is.
So you look over the second one and you realize that it's actually much shorter in nature, and as which is still intact. And as soon as you guys, ones of arcane mastery and training, lay your hands on it, and you see the script change from what seems to be like a muddled like gibberish cipher that turns itself into actual lettering, so it becomes legible to the both of you. It's a spell scroll of Toll the Dead,
Mm.
which is a cantrip level spell.
Well,
This is intriguing.
Very.
Well, let's definitely keep these well at hand.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Provided these things are still undead, we never really can be sure what the mutations are doing at this point.
nothing else might help us against the shamblers.
Maybe, but
True.
are they really undead? I mean, it seems like a fungus is trolling them in some way, shape, or form.
Maybe.
May just
Haven't
be
seen.
a dead body with something living manipulating it.
Like Yimmer's friends.
Kind of. Not quite the same.
Sort of.
Hmm.
Well, some of them look like they are dead, though. The frostbite, the extreme frostbite. I know I'm not that smart, but blood doesn't really go in areas where it's frozen, and you
Yeah.
need blood to move.
Well,
Wait, right? Wait.
of your own accord, yes.
Hmm.
But if something is controlling the body itself, not sure.
Eh,
I mean, it's conceivable that it would still need something to be moving in order for it to move itself. I mean, in my studies, I know that there's been some sort of things that, perhaps even fungi, that control another creature, not exactly symbiotically. That's more, it leaves the host brain dead. So there's not any really recovering from it, but the host is, in the meantime, very much and torturously alive.
Ooh.
It's possible, but really depends on how it's being controlled, because necromancer summons a skeleton, that skeleton's moving through magic.
Right.
Well, this would have to be really strong magic for it to just spread like that.
yeah.
Well, we do know that whatever those mushrooms were mutated by was some kind of planar magic.
This is all making my head hurt. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's okay.
Maybe it likes cold. And that's
It's
why they're
possible.
freaking crazy
Hmm.
during winter.
Maybe.
I suppose it seems unlikely. Most fungi rather enjoy it warm and dark and damp.
Mm-hmm.
I should think of some warm, dark, damp places.
Yes, that's why we keep going back to the sewers.
Oh, I was not thinking of that.
You got it, Queen.
We still got the mind link.
You do.
Actually, we don't. You all
Maybe
left the room.
you
I
guys
need to
don't, but
recast
we
it.
do.
We do. We just
Yeah.
go. It
Mhm.
works.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, can everyone stay in this room for the next 10 minutes, please?
Oh yeah. Nope.
Hmm.
Is there
Just
any
time to-
more treasure or anything in this room? Almighty DM.
Oh, you can call me God. Thank you. I have earned that rank. You can.
Please give us more gifts, God.
Please, Dungeon Daddy, do you have anything else in the room?
Jesus Christ.
Please?
Let me just go to the treasure chest of punishment. Let's see what we can give you.
Joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
I'm gonna plop down and attempt to recast telepathic bond before everyone leaves the room again.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Which dice is going to be nice to me today? Hopefully this one. It's a natural 20.
Woo! Very nice.
Dice liked me.
The
Investigation
dice like you today.
20.
Solid.
Nice. You start rummaging around, just seeing if there's any more. You go through the shelving, the shelving, the bookcases and whatnot, and you notice that there's a bunch of books. Probably just treasury markings and see who owes what or where things have been transferred from to whom. Blah 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 blah. It's words. It's not physical cash you're looking for. That being the case, you are noticing that all the rest of the chests have already been sacked, or what may have been a placement for a chest has been taken. But interesting enough, during your rummaging, you're noticing that like there are feline footprints around, but also footprints that don't match any of your patriots.
That's weird. Hey, smart people. I'm not a smart person. And then I point out the weird footprints and then people prints. And then grab my axe.
Wait.
It looks like there's cat prints. And then there's people prints. But the people prints don't match our people prints.
So there might be perhaps
There's someone invisible here. We should use that spell scroll.
Before we waste magic, I just go and light the lantern that I have.
Okay, cool. What?
So you see this wrought iron lantern has this face of almost like a demon on it that opens up. Like there's a singular jaw section that opens up, and as soon as it does, you see this green glowing light just take over a conal area that stands right in front of it.
Cool.
You start shining it around, and it does light up the area. It's basically a flash. It's a lantern, a conical lantern. It doesn't do an area. It just does whatever you're facing.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, you're shining it around and don't see any signs of invisible people.
Could have been the folk who ransacked this place before we got here.
I mean, like my pops. He's like a nature guy, and sometimes he shapeshifts into like animals. So I wonder if this is like a nature person. I've seen my dad turn into like a big like bear. It's really cool. My brother started doing it too. It's really cool.
Can you turn into a bear?
I can kill a bear.
With your bare hands.
And put that on you.
There we go. Then I would be a bear.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit more to it than that, but
I
like
see
the creativity.
animals. I mean, I see. Yep. I mean, I see animals, but I see animals like spirit animals. So maybe I could turn into.
That'd be so cool if you could turn into a bear.
Oh, I kind of do when I get really mad. I mean, I kind of like a were croc.
Oh,
You've fought with Spleen enough. You've seen the transformations when she goes into a furious rage.
Is that the same thing? Am I? Like oh my gosh! Like briny!
Yes, precisely.
Oh! Wait!
So-
Looking at the tracks again.
so the cat. That's why the speak with animals didn't work, because it wasn't an animal.
It was a person! Shit, and I don't speak person.
No, she's got a point.
But how are we talking right now if you don't speak person? I speak person.
No, there's a difference.
Oh.
You know when you like meet a person, it's like person. Like
Yeah,
people.
Tend to look at me and be like, "Ooh, scary, go away."
Yeah, that's a person. Or sometimes you just call them sheeple.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, cat, not cat.
Explain why I ran the hell off so damn quickly.
That or it's a familiar. You wouldn't be able to speak with a magically summoned beast, would you?
I can try.
Hey Howard, how's that spell coming along?
Almost done.
In about 2 minutes, it'll be finished.
Sort of turned to hell. I
2
never
minutes
want to be alone
Turkish.
with these three again.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding. I love you seriously.
I make no guarantees.
What are we
Look,
doing
all I'm
with this mountain of gold?
What mountain
Like-
of gold?
Oh, the mountain of gold in the chest that Spleen and I kicked open. Well, not kicked open, broke open. This mountain of gold.
You want some?
I do want one of the shiny rocks, though. Can I have one of the shiny rocks?
We got these liquid shits here. We got these.
Liquid shits.
I start shaking them.
No, please don't shake them.
Here you go. Someone take them. I
All
don't know how they
right,
do.
I got him.
Do you think we could dare Yimmer to drink the green one?
Oh, I don't think you need to dare him. I think
Yeah,
just
no.
tell him to drink it.
You're right. We'll put a pin in that.
Hmm.
Okay, so apparently this place is not fully looted, so maybe there is a chance that there maybe be other things here. But it is,
Perhaps
it does.
someone keeping watch.
Well, what? With the cat? Are you talking about the cat?
Yes.
But why didn't they do anything? The cat spotted us. The cat spotted us and did nothing. So,
Well,
Well,
hold on.
go ahead,
you
please.
sometimes reconnaissance is its own reward. Can't recall how much of what we said while we were in here might be valuable, but if they just wanted to keep an eye on us, better to have the cat appear like a cat. So you hadn't found those footprints, B. We might just gone on our way assuming damn thing was just a stray.
How old are the tracks, God?
I don't know. Did you investigate said tracks?
I want to
Haven't-
investigate, Father. Oh shit! I almost fell. I mean, my dice almost. Well, that is a 0, so I don't know.
Oof.
That's a 0. I don't know.
Was that a natural one?
That was a natural 1 minus 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You, for the sake of pure hilarity of it all, you start trying to investigate the tracks, and as you're pointing them out, Spleen just starts stepping on them by not thinking about it.
Please, what the fuck? Please, stop! Stop!
what?
Stop!
What?
STOP! Stepping in the tracks.
Oh shit! I thought it was further out.
Nope, you're on them.
Oh. Fuck. I don't know. I'm done with this place.
Yeah, don't think there was much else to find here. Apart from, doing a little bit of cleanup in this room.
Well, there's nothing in here to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we going? Are we going to the Greedy Drake? Are we leaving this godforsaken place at last, or are we looking for more smart people things?
Well, I'm ready to go.
Just
Everyone
belong.
hears in their heads.
Yeah, the ritual finishes. Just the initial connection and reverb feedback. Just
Oh, ah, okay, okay.
Well, we did find the missing people. So
Yeah.
there's that.
And then the smart people found smart people things. I don't know what the smart people found, but I'm assuming you found smart people things.
It's. You could call it worrisome notes, yes.
Mhm.
Do we need to look for more worrisome notes?
Good
No.
lord, I hope not.
By a spore warden or something.
Was it
Well.
a spore master? Spore daddy.
Yeah.
Not.
But
Call
now
it that.
Ymr's the spore king. So, Ymr's more important than the spore master.
See, I'd call Yimmer Spore Daddy. Or, yeah, he gets Spore Daddy.
But he's got a crown. Remember he found a crown?
Okay, yeah, I guess it depends on whether he likes King or Daddy better.
Whether the crown is curved.
Spore Squire.
Spore schmore.
So, did we actually find just like how Alabel has her office? Did we find the spore warden's office?
We passed by it, but we didn't investigate it, I suppose.
Yet.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Just as a smart person to a smart person.
Oh, I see.
I know B, but she's right, because at the moment we don't know whose side he's really on. And if we can find something to truly clarify whether he's just helping them so they don't kill him, or if he's helping them because he's been a traitor the whole time, it would be useful.
Wait.
Okay, fine, let's go.
Well, how do we know if he's even alive?
Because we were told he's alive.
Well, how do they know?
Wasn't the guy in the sewers the one that told us he was alive?
Yeah, I'd say someone like that's information is pretty trustworthy.
Fine.
He's a very careful person.
It's an interesting way to say madman.
I mean, madness is definitely you can cross a line of how careful you are, and it becomes one thing turning into another. Yeah, he's a madman. I mean, yeah, it's simple.
To that point, though, I thought we'd also said we were going to try and work with him to figure out where their, stronghold on this side of the water was. Not that I want to delay us getting.
I didn't say being a madman was a bad thing.
Oh, no, but
doesn't do a lot of working with people. But like, if we went back to the Resistance, and we were talking to people there, and we were like, "Hey, this madman, I can't remember his name. Names are very good.
Owl bear.
I've got
Owl-
it written somewhere.
Anyways, if we're like, hey, he's trying to like find shit down here, but like we bring them back the information first, and then we're like, hey, we're gonna go like do shit with him. Do you want us to hit his support?
Aaron.
Yeah, maybe.
He won't like that. Like, he'll just want to go do his own thing. But like,
Yeah.
if this shit is as bad as he says it is, which I take his word because it sounds like he's seen it, then we might need a little bit of help.
I'm not arguing with you there.
No.
Just think we might want to get that information, as much information as we can, while we're still on this side of the river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause-
that's like 10 steps ahead, though. We're still in Fate's Blessing, and we still need to go to Spore Poppy's office and deal with that shit. And potentially other explodey assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if he made the explodey assholes, they might be waiting there.
Well, I don't know if
Because
he
he had
made
a
them, but
secret weapon against the
He's the Spore Daddy, right? And
They
all of you want to be
did.
by the Spore Daddy.
they did come from Troll's Bane. I did find that. It is some form of mutation of it.
Also want to see if we can work out. What was it we found out? Like they'd somehow jigged up some king's head mushrooms that could act as a repellent to the
No,
shamblers.
I don't think so.
It didn't quite work like that. Now it
Yeah.
aggravated them after a
I'm
bit.
going to make a correction for that
Oh.
one because of my
Oh.
writing. I thought I had made it clear that it was the mutation, like the ones that you guys have been dealing with inside. Are the ones
Oh,
that are getting aggravated. The normal,
Yeah.
the normal shambler variants are the ones that are repelled by the sensors.
ah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought.
So-
right, yeah.
That was me not thinking that through as I was writing.
Oh,
I just wanted to clarify
understand.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me adjust my
Oh, good.
notes.
So you're saying if we hold a mushroom, we're gonna make these guys angry, but if we hold a mushroom, we're gonna make the other guys want to go away.
Essentially,
Yim, your time has come.
Huh?
That one's true. All right. Well, shall we?
Weird. That is really weird.
Okay. So back into the main corridor section, where you guys had kind of split off, going from counting treasury to basically the administrative records. There are signs that lead to not be looking at chat. Signs that lead to Director Krennic Satil's offices, and the first head and the head doctor and
Yeah.
that being so moving forward again, this place, just to reiterate where you guys are, is still very much in shambles. There's very much no sign of light in here. Anything that was supposed to be lit more in like a lantern style to kind of just any sort of enchantment has been removed or destroyed. The brick walls don't seem to be as heavily damaged. And eventually you meet up into a sectional hallway that kind of curves around, And the first door that you head into is head doctor Kieran Durst. That's the first one that has the name written.
Mm.
The door is slightly ajar, and you notice that the office space is ramshackled. It's like there's obviously been a sign of struggle that has happened in here.
I found a lot of notes from this guy. We should check it out too.
Right.
What about?
Bane.
Hmm.
He was working with our Spore Master.
Well, let's hope his fouling system's up to date.
I'm gonna ask everybody to make investigation checks because I know this is gonna happen regardless. We're just gonna cut it off before the pass.
Okay,
Let's just
not
do
bad.
it.
Yeah. I hate that cliche. Apparently, so does my die.
Hmm.
I was looking for cat prints.
Be always looking for
Always
Yep.
looking for pussy.
If you're looking for a cat prince, wouldn't that make it you pussyfooted?
Oh!
I don't know.
That was good.
Damn. Yep. Well played. Well played.
All right, with that, so Spleen, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
Got a 15. So that would be a 9 for Howard, 4 for Beatrice, Howard, Halcyon,
11.
11, and Diamondback.
8.
8.
I've been in Alabelle's office. I know how this works.
Clean just yoinking out papers solely based on a name. Is this important?
Basically, so at this point, you guys, you start investigating this. You start investigating this office, and it's like this would have been one very beautiful office if it wasn't for the fact that if it wasn't for the fact that it was absolutely destroyed. That being said, there are a bunch of chairs that have been thrown to the sides, and you see that there's a couple of bookshelves where the books are relatively untouched. Whatever had happened, doesn't care for literature. And the desk that's there is this nice, beautiful oak desk, with a lot of drawers and whatnot. A couple of them have been opened up, and obviously, like one centerfold drawer had been ripped right off, and whatever contents were inside were removed.
Well, certainly not the first ones here.
Oh, indeed. Well, I'm glad whoever was left that copy of the Chesty Golem. Very nice book.
You start investigating, and you start finding after about 10 minutes of looking, start finding research papers that have been kind of thrown about the room, and kind of putting them together. Some of them are more or less just reports on outbreaks of something's been infecting the drinking water, and it's given everybody in a certain well vicinity dysentery, and it's not exactly healthy. So asked for the town to go through the water supply and make sure everything is not as deadly as it should be. Other reports of there was an accident in one of the warehouses, and a lot of people were coming in with a lot of broken bones, torn ligaments, minor injuries, a couple of deaths. So you're like, okay, that doesn't bring you to the point. And then you start seeing reports on Trollsbane. I haven't written everything out. I'm just going to be absolutely with you guys. I haven't written everything out, but
Okay.
I basically have like a whole like charter, different reports and accesses and whatnot because of course I do. That being the case, I'm going to read to you what I have so far, and I will update you further as we go on, as I actually continue to write them because I really do enjoy doing this. It's just
Yeah.
hard to find the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Being a DM
Mhm.
is time consuming.
Yeah.
Being this kind of DM is time consuming. This
Let
is
me
also
rephrase
why
that.
I'm also
Being
Very
a great
immersive.
DM is
Yeah.
time
Very immersive
consuming.
DM.
this is why I'm starting to feel the burnout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I do, but just it's a lot. This whole little thing has taken a lot out of me. So,
I got it.
I'm happy to serve and provide. Give me some time. So,
Mhm.
that being said, head director head doctor Kieran Durst. Dated. This is dated 7 months prior to now. It reads: Ray Hindergrass has been asking for funding to research the Trollsbane disease. Although Norrell has been hounding me about it, I can't spare many resources. We are already spread thin enough as it is. Lubenguy and Menestad are asking for supplies. Onver isn't sending much. Snipper isn't as a good a negotiator with Ferkmosa and Corderia. I hate politics.
Mhm. Okay.
And there will be other notes leading into the future.
Mhm.
But you find that in this clump, it generally pertains to the Trollsbane.
Hmm. Seems like he's decent. Genuine.
Yeah.
Useful information.
Good to have around.
More useful if we knew what happened, Doctor. One step at a time. Let's see if we can find that other office.
You guys leave, and rounding the next corridor. Rounding in that rounded corridor, you find the door to First Nurse Norrell Harborsbane.
Also used. Is the door
Is
to
the
this one
door-
open?
This one, yes. I gotta get better. I gotta get working on those descriptions.
Okay.
The door is pretty much blown right open. You're looking in
Mm.
again. It's very much, you kind of get the sense that everything has been here, and it's very much the same situation as Kieran Durst's office. But there are signs of like plant life that have been in here. There's a nice fireplace in the corner, but very much a little bit smaller and not as well furnished as the rest of head doctors. The head doctor's office. You go through, and again, there are papers strewn, just thrown everywhere. Eventually, after many minutes of searching, you do find more research that are pertain to Trollsbane. This was the one entry that I have written is dated 8 months prior to the current time, and she writes, patients are coming in with symptoms of lethargy, and our restorative magics don't seem to be working on. So far, it's been 100% fatal. Bray Hindergrass is working on a solution. Progress is slow. Director Satil has been hesitant on spending resources. Even though Alabel Snipper has sent out a memo about this, I feel as if this is not taken 100% serious.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Also,
Oh,
we just got hit with a no
there it
cursing.
is.
Yep.
Oh no!
Char.
Why?
There
Oh.
it is. There
I say,
it
get all your
is.
cussing out in the ad read.
Fucking damn it!
There. Oh, pal.
Yeah.
You.
Oh, buddy, old pal, there's
Oh,
our friend
you.
Char.
Damn it! Freaking
No curse.
juggle these
Char.
windows around.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 minutes go.
10 minutes, go!
Sorry.
Zen.
Kinda just makes me want to curse more. Like thinking about not cursing.
You can't put restraints
It's
on
like
me. My
it's
inner
like when
brat
someone
comes
says
out.
like,
Yeah.
don't say and don't say like, and I'm just it's just.
Like,
Kidding me?
whatever.
At that
Oh.
point, I'd be resetting all the damn time.
Or
Yeah, there we go.
Like that.
I'm gonna have to start freeing up Monday nights.
Or inventing not curses for swear words.
Oh, you can get real
farts.
creative.
Cricket farts.
Fun bunches of oats.
you lamp guzzler.
Oh, your father.
I bet you smell your grandmother's feet.
I mean, that's just applicable in so many situations.
I bet you don't wipe enough.
Oh my god.
I hope you find poison ivy when you're taking a poop. Okay, so but that's the one the one entry I have written.
All right.
What we're still not seeing is how does it go from lethargy and immediately fatal to all of a sudden breaking down people's doors and trying to eat their faces?
Not sure. Is the fireplace stone cold?
Yes. Yeah, you're looking it over. It doesn't look like it's been used a very long time.
Hmm. Well, maybe Hindergrass will give us more of a clue. Only one way to find out.
Well,
Yep.
off we go then.
Heading out and rounding the corner, you eventually find Bray Hindergrass's find first researcher Bray Hindergrass's office. The door is actually shut.
And locked.
Trying the door?
Yeah.
It opens with ease.
Oh.
Dang
Convenient.
it.
Too convenient. Who
Well,
wants to go first?
Oh, for goodness sake, I'll do
You
it.
touch the door, teeth open up. It's a mimic.
this whole
Open
hospital's a
door.
mimic.
Can't let go of handle. Uh-oh.
Well, time to chop off your hand. I've always wanted to do that.
I need my hand.
No. You got feet.
You
Wow.
head through the door and you see that this office is actually, it looks like it has been run through, but there's a bit of an organization, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
So at
So-
that point, it's like you get the sense that there's been a person that's been in here since the ransacking.
I'm looking for cat prints.
You're looking for cat prints. Beatrice, Pussy Patrol.
Pussy Patrol.
And that doesn't count as a curse because we are actually referring to a cat.
Yeah. That's right, Sean.
Loophole!
Woo.
Use your paralegal training for that now.
All right.
But the look of this office is there is a fireplace in this one as well on the opposite wall that is adjoining the one that Norrell Harbor's Banes connects to. You kind of get the sense that like connected chimneys lead up to a central spire point. There's a couple desks that are in here. One that looks to be one for an assistant of his, and another one that looks like it is his himself. There are plants in here that have withered and died, and this like the frost on them, frost on like the fronds, have set in and drooped, so it almost looks preserved in its own right.
Hmm.
You look at the desk and you see that there are spread out notes everywhere, and yeah, there's spread out notes everywhere, and it looks like it has been somewhat recently.
So, does anyone else feel like trapping this room quite a lot?
I'm not opposed to the idea.
Wouldn't be terribly difficult, but how long would we be camping it out?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'd be fine with just putting a bucket of water on the door and having it ajar.
Sure.
Figure it'll be rather painful considering it'll probably be frozen by the time they open the door.
True.
Yep.
I mean, hey, if we can find a bucket, Hal, I'm pretty sure you can turn some of this frost into what we need.
I can. If are we actually going with this plan? This seems rather
And on our way out kind of thing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, and I just start like having water collect at right in front of the door, so there's just an ice patch there.
It's easy enough because there's a lot of frost and like blown in snow from the windows in here. You can easily take and shift and manipulate the. So you start doing that. Beatrice, you're looking for cat prints, and there are signs of them.
Cat. Not here, but cat been here.
Just says it 5 minutes in. Cat. Yeah.
Hmm.
Looking at the research again, it's very much there are far more bookshelves in here, and you notice that a lot of them seem to be more like very specific research subjects. So it seems like these were kind of like his pastimes or his hobbies, as he was kind of sitting here relaxing and whatnot.
All right.
Some of them were more or less just like interplanar like dialects and logs, the difference between abyssal and infernal, stuff like that, constellations and how they correlate with mythology.
Yeah.
Just a widespread, uh, thirst for knowledge, kind of get the sense of.
Interplanar.
I
Now,
mean, these notes remind me of some of our professors. Would you agree, Howard?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean we
It-
should trust our professors less? Anyway,
Hmm.
you were saying Diamondback?
well, and I could just be fixating on nothing here. Them elementals come from a plane beyond the one we're on right now. And, we found that map full of ley lines, not just for rivers that exist in our world, but currents that flow through other planes.
Hmm.
Yeah, he could just be a massive nerd, but maybe I'm just getting paranoid. Just seems a little too linked.
Mm-hmm.
It is
I mean-
an awfully strange coincidence if it is one.
And you did mention like your professors at your school, and you shouldn't trust the education system. And also the kids, the students were disappearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't spend much time in school.
Yeah. They brainwash
School could
you.
have handled you.
We know a lot of the instructors, but we don't know all of them all that well.
Some were more annoying than others.
Mm-hmm. We also haven't
Oh.
attended in some time.
And yet are still remembered.
Well,
Yeah.
why don't we grab them books then? Might make for a bit of light reading. Might be important.
Worst case, it turns up nothing. Worst case, we use it to start a fire. I'm up for it. I'm gonna open a bag and just start shoving books in.
All right, you start taking books at random. Eventually, you do find some logs on Troll's Bane. They look like they look like more or less just officiated research documents on it. That being said, there's a personal notes right beside it, and they write. I'm gonna read them because I wrote them. God damn it! This was dated 8 months prior. Boom. I've been looking into cases of Troll's Bane for the last little while. I sent Scrubber to look further into the records about anything that could lead to a cure. Director Satil has not made this a priority. You're reading this, and as you read that last section, all you hear is, "You know it's not proper to go through its things, right?"
Well, it's you, pussycat.
You look at the front doorway, and you see the shape of an elven man wearing heavy, heavy fur clothing. You look at him, and this guy looks to be like fairly young, but holds himself with a very older suave. There's a very like sharply pointed face, very tight lips, scrawny nose, but these eyes are piercing yellow. And the hair is kind of blocked by a hood that's been taken over the face.
You're the cat.
No, I've seen a cat. That's not a cat.
I've
No,
been
but, like-
watching you guys for a little bit now.
Cat.
Oh! Oh.
I have to admit, you did the scurvers in quite well.
The what?
Well, that's what I've started calling them. The things that you killed in here.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Scurvy.
explodey assholes.
Oh.
Check the timer.
Clear.
We're good.
Oh. He starts walking in. Please make yourself at home. I want to discuss things with you.
Okay, so you ally?
Is this your office?
Ah,
You
yes,
the
where,
score, Poppy?
where my man is. I'm first researcher Bray Hinderground. It's a
Well,
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
likewise.
And trust me, if I wanted to kill you, I could. I'd rather not.
I just want to say I found him first.
Yeah, your talent for sniffing out pussy saved us again.
And you say that I'm the one with a dirty mind.
I mean, come on, it was right there.
Okay, fine. You get a point.
As you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just enjoying all of this.
Sorry, we've been out here for a long time. I can't feel my toes.
I know. Please let me
Spleen,
get
do
that. He
you
points to a
need-
fireplace, and you see just a quick shot of fire flare out of his finger, hit the logs that were there, and just ignite. You feel the warmth of the fireplace start radiating off a little bit. It's like, give me a second. Fires one more bolt out, and now this fireplace really starts catching, and you'll get the sense that in about 5 minutes' time, this room will actually be quite warm.
I'm gonna
I
sit
did
next
turn
to
on my
Spleen.
space heater. I turn on my space heaters at my feet because my toes are actually really cold.
Everybody get your complimentary space heaters that I've sent everyone.
Oh my god, it's under my chair!
I'm gonna sit next to Spleen and just kind of drape the cloak around her.
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh, Char.
So,
Char.
Ah, dang it.
again, you've dealt with the scurvers quite well. The scouts that have been coming in here, they'll take the poultry supplies that I've left for them. Because, I mean, I don't want them to get good s- that. Also, I need your help. I'll be frank.
Help with what?
I don't want to do this anymore.
Do what anymore?
Do the research that these cultists have forced me into.
Oh.
So you
Oh.
are on our side.
I'm on the side of life.
Yeah, essentially.
I would like
Does he
to
look-
insight check if I can. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Make an insight check.
Right.
Ugh.
It's my bonus to this. That's better.
Not enough.
Dirty 20.
Second.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
A
That's for you,
whole
Char.
8.
All right. You get the sense that he is shooting absolutely straight.
And I kind of just like, well, alright, that is a relief to hear. What have they got on you?
My wife and my child.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And how far under the ground do you want them? The bad
You're
guys,
asking
not
me to
you.
kill my child and my wife?
Sorry, I meant the
Ellen.
people holding your family hostage.
Yeah, I was
We're-
thinking, I was like, what?
We're not great at communication.
It's
Cold's
been-
affecting my grammar.
I can understand that. That's why I lit the fire.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very appreciated.
Very much.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here since this whole infection.
Wait,
haven't
since the
left.
start?
Yeah. Ever since
Wait,
Like, since-
those mute creatures started propping up, we had Trollsbane people come in. I had no idea what was going on. Other than, people were coming in with lethargy, and then we couldn't cure it, and eventually their lethargy just slowed everything down in their body. So,
Wait.
trying the more altruistic way of healing people, I went to a couple of druids. See if I can deal naturalistically. Apparently, King's Head mushrooms had quite an effect on them, slowing everything down, but it still wasn't a cure. Eventually, they just started going mad, and I didn't know why at the time. But then I started connecting King's Head mushrooms, and that's where I started asking Beetle to give me more supplies, let's say. As soon as I started putting two and two together, I started being followed.
So you realized the town was being set up, and that's how they got you.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, you know where they're operating out of?
They usually keep their information very, very tight knit. But I know they're keeping my wife and my child at the Citadel under the Plague Master, they start calling him. He's a Warforged, and they call him Spreader.
Not the same as the Spore Master.
Oh, they call me that because I started taking an affinity mushroom.
Well, we've got the Spore King. I look over at Yimmer.
This is why I wanted Yimmer to be here.
Oh,
but
I know.
it's
Eh?
this would have led to a very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna role play Yimmer. I'll do other NPCs to NPCs, but not player NPCs.
Yeah.
So why did the cultists get interest on you? Why are you researching for them? Didn't they make it?
They made it. I was making sensors. I was doing things to actively go against it.
And so they stole your kid and your wife, and they're making you research what?
They're making me research on how to improve everything.
Oh.
An outside opinion, per se. This is why they've kind of kept me in here, and to be honest, I'd rather be in here to begin with. The Scurvers don't attack me. I know how to keep them away.
Well, any light you could shed on that subject would be fantastically appreciated.
like, why do you call them scurvers?
I thought it was poetic.
Scurvy.
Pretty much. The lack of nutrition within the body turned their bones and their limbs, the tendons and everything just super taut, making them fragile but extremely strong. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is how they were able to start burrowing. It was hard to find and control them after that. But I started with 8. 2 of them immediately exploded. The other 3 ran off, but I found that they had sensitivity to sunlight. So I don't know where they've gone, but I don't think they've gone too far, especially during the. They're not. They're not bright.
You said you had 8, 2 of them exploded, and 3 escaped.
Yeah.
We've killed 3.
Yeah.
What about the other 3?
I know. I've been watching. I'm glad you did. I wasn't.
I'm like, yeah. Huh.
What about the other 3?
Like I
Thanks.
said, I don't know.
All
But
right.
they're out in the wild.
But
Now,
they
is-
don't need sunlight.
Can they produce?
As far as I
Okay,
can
they-
tell, no. They're not carriers. They're just the next step.
Ah,
now that next step happened naturally, or did it have help?
It had help.
Help from you?
These cultists, a couple of them, there's another druidic like person who could control the mushrooms. I believe her name is Kagra. Boorish person, no manners whatsoever. She had given me a little vial and told me to use it on some of the patients that had been infected before they started going mad. And so, well, having the threat of my wife and child just go away, I did it, and that's what started the madness into, well, curving.
Vile
So you-
liquid. What? You go ahead.
How much of this liquid did you use? Is there any left?
I used all of it. From my guess, it looks like some sort of planar energy that has been infused into a saline solution.
wait.
One greenish, was it?
Yes, exactly.
I pull out the vial that we
Not-
found.
I'm gonna take that and
Oh,
keep it away from
happy
See?
Yimmer.
mushrooms.
You see the look in his eye. Where did you get that?
A big fancy box. I mean, no.
We found it hidden in payroll.
We're supposed to tell
Oh
people.
wait, no, not that.
This was underground.
Sorry. Okay, what vial of liquid are you showing me? Because I've just described like a bunch of different
Yeah,
vials that you have yet to identify.
yeah, there was that kind of like, I think it was greenish one with sort of like the wispy.
It was like water.
watery-
Yeah,
Well, from the big treasure box.
yeah.
No. Okay,
This
no.
is the
Okay.
one. This is the vat one. I'm pretty sure.
What?
No.
That.
Yeah.
That is another one that
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
it's
also
the,
ask about. But I'm gonna take the
oh, yeah.
one
So, you
from
pull that one
Diamondback.
out.
yeah.
No, you pull that one out and you look, and he looks at it. That's not the one. Where did you get that?
Found it.
Where?
Payroll.
Mobs.
I appreciate the honesty. I
Well,
think that
if-
was
I think people.
that was the potion of animal friendship that we had confiscated from one of the previous.
Friendship.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Best thing about being first researcher is I have full access to inventory.
I can see how that
So-
would come in handy very often.
Exactly. This is what pegged me for the great. Well, hate it.
Who
So
has
this
the?
green liquid, I'm pretty sure we found a lot of it.
Where?
Ministad. It's Ministad.
You found it in Menestad.
Yeah, okay, Ministad. Yeah. How'd you know that, cat man?
Darling, I know everything.
What's the color of my underwear?
You're not wearing any.
Oh, yes! So they're making a lot of it. but it was kind of already almost cleared out when we went down there. It was a whole underneath secret base in Ministad.
Mhm.
Who knows if they have other places? And it was a big, like, amount. It wasn't a vial, it was like a pond.
As part of a large underground complex. Although, if I do recall, I think we contaminated that particular pool.
With what? What did you contaminate it with?
I don't recall. I just remember it being...
Bodies?
No?
Might have just been Yim's presence.
Hmm.
Sounds great.
Well, I don't know, but... Mhm. Was this an inside job? I don't know. You know a lot. I'm just throwing questions out there. If you know, you know. If you don't,
Are you asking me this?
yeah.
Is it an inside job?
Yeah.
Of course it's an inside job. There's no way
I don't
you
know
can
these things.
can't get this kind of level of coordination without having a few people on the inside. Unfortunately,
it
I
is
got
the school.
strong-armed into doing this, and I don't like it one bit.
So, I turned to Hal and Howard. I think it's the school.
It's possible.
I'm not going to rule anything out at this point.
Yeah. I mean, your friend is a dickbag.
It's the
That
top
went
That's
breath.
missing.
true.
Yeah. And
Well-
did that whole Camp Big Orb bullshit. Whatever the hell that was. There was no other information about that, by the way.
More
That's a
importantly,
good point.
Just kind of moved on from that. By the way.
Most of us have.
summoning circle in Ministad. Remember, it was built into the brickwork that was laid 15 years ago.
I'm playing the long game.
Someone high in the school may be in on this. It's very possible.
Hey,
Of course.
forgive us
Yes.
for rubbernecking, I suppose, but we did see some of your notes from months previous. It sounded like the brain fart. It wasn't the head doctor. It was
The
director.
director.
the director.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded like the director wasn't taking this seriously enough. Is there anything connecting them to this cult that you know of?
I mean, Krenix's Teal is an absolute jackass. It doesn't put it. I wouldn't put it past him if he was a part of a cult. But still. I mean, I don't know. I never really associated with the man other than my work. And a couple of public functions here and there. I mean, politics. I hate it.
Getting back to more pressing matters. It is getting your family out of danger. Specifying getting them out of danger safely.
Death is a sweet release.
So you got a family. How deep do you want them buried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far in the ground? Presumably somebody comes by here to check on you and your research, see how things are going.
Pretty much. I haven't had an update in a while. I'm not too sure why. I haven't really left.
You have any way of contacting them, or do they always reach out to you?
They come to me. I don't even bother trying to leave. If I leave, they come, they can't find me. My wife, my child are gone.
Yeah,
Period.
damn shame they don't have regular intervals. We'd either jump the bastard or trail him back.
That might not be a good idea, because if he doesn't come back, wife and child may die anyway.
Yeah,
Trailing them then.
alright.
Well,
Do you have any
We've-
clue how everything started?
Dotted? I have no clue.
Because I lived here all my life, and then all of a sudden, just people.
Oh, I know. Everything changed rather quickly. As far as I know, it was an inciting incident. Things were happening slowly. We were managing as much as we could. There was a steady rate of people coming in. We couldn't cure any of it, so they would die off. At that point, we labeled it as a, deadly disease.
And then we just wake up one morning and a whole bunch of
Things-
people just want to kill us.
Pretty much. It's unfortunate. I like
Hmm.
it.
It's like rabies.
That's actually not far off. Just something happened one day and it clicked. I don't know exactly what. Could have been something they've ingested. It could have been they could have been already carrying the disease. It was
All
just a
clicked at
very
the same time.
yes. But I don't know. I really don't. I wish I did, because I would happily provide the answer.
Yeah.
So I can get out of this bondage and then I don't have to deal with this. I could actually try and fix it. I'm under the Onvarian oath to try and help the people around me. Doing exactly the opposite.
so you haven't seen their camp.
No, they haven't brought me there. They keep talking about Beowulf out in the Moondocks, but honestly, I think that's just a very small operation. They told me exactly where my wife.
In the
And it seems
Citadel.
like the Murky Dogs are where everything is going to be laying.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
That sounds like a good a lead as any, I think.
So
Yeah, and I have a few worrying now.
all right. If we're able to get your wife and kid to safety,
Well, and I'll let you know if we do.
I'm great with kids. I have a kid.
She
You want to
actually
see my kid? I bring out my
No
baby
way.
little crocodile.
You bring out Bree.
Yeah,
Oh,
what are you?
Lord. How have you been able to keep her so mobile during therapy? You've got curious. Come here, child. And holds his hand out. You see Bree just jump right out and over.
Whoa,
You are
she's very athletic and strong, just like her mom.
one fascinating creature. Like, go back to your mother. And you just see Bree turn around and
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of like what is like those videos of dogs like doing the trust jumps from afar.
Freaking gecko just with the hands out, just.
Pretty much.
Alright,
Pretty much.
go back in. Here's some food. Alright, so Citadel.
Have you heard
And
of
they
anything
said-
from the outside? I've been quite self-contained in here.
Like outside in like the city or like outside world?
Outside everywhere. I've been living
Everybody.
off the supplies in here and just living.
Everybody's dead.
Ah,
You
Make a
must
deception
stop
check.
telling people that.
the way you bounce from worried about your city to wanting to fuck with everyone is truly remarkable.
Is 7.
Uh-huh. Right.
I'm just kidding. Nobody's dead. There's a bunch of the people, everywhere, and there's like, didn't the like Raven see like ogres and shit like that? What were they? I don't remember.
Oh. For which section?
I don't remember. There was like people. I can't remember the people.
Oh, well,
Rhino
like
were.
the what? The
Because there
Rhino Wars? What are you saying? What? From across the room? I can't hear. I'm cold. My teeth are chattering too loud.
I can't hear. I'm cold.
Could be worse. Apparently, cold makes me really ready to murder somebody's family.
I put cold like to bury a doctor's family.
Well,
Not you when you're cold. Find a
Well,
snuggie.
there's goblins riding giant wolves.
Yeah,
And
words.
then, yep. And then aren't there also? I don't. My notes aren't very good.
So, okay. So there's a citadel, and it's all packed with bullshit. So it's gonna be a problem if we go there. I think maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. There's,
Probably yeah.
They haven't been
Um,
able to get close to it.
No.
yeah. Mhm.
Well, everybody's tried going at it from ground level or higher, right?
We'll have to fight through
That we know
elementals
of.
most likely,
How?
but
Your favorite place.
Mm.
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah. In terms of what's going on outside the walls, not meaning any offense, but I think until we can make sure you're safe from your co-workers, let's say, might not be a good idea to tell you much. Anything we let slip, well, not that you do it willingly, but the less you know, the less you can compromise if they compromise you.
They don't press me for. They just know that I'm doing the job that they instructed me to do, and I've been watching over these things for the last while. I haven't been able to improve on them as much as that's to their detriment. I think it's a good thing. That being said, I appreciate it. I really do.
Well, there's people here. They're bunkering down secretly. They're safe for now. Needing supplies. That's why we're here.
Mm.
Nothing's here, I'm guessing.
No, there are things here.
But supplies for like foods or something. I don't know. I wasn't listening.
I give her a high five. Save.
Yeah. But it is underground. So probably I guess that's our best bet for going through this whole shit hole.
yeah.
If you guys are going to storm the Citadel, I would like to be a part of it.
You want to be a part of it?
I mean, I'm going to stay here as long as I. But if you're going to assault the Citadel, I want to be a part of it because I'm going to be the one kicking that goddamn door. Find my wife, child.
I mean, I'm happy to take the help, but how do you know they won't recognize you and just kill them? Or use them against you during the assault?
That's a risk I'm willing. Do you have a child? Do you have a wife?
No.
Then you don't know what it's like to want to make sure that the ones that you love are safe, and what you're willing to do to ensure that happening. I've spent a lot of my time here helping other people. I'm doing me and see my family again.
Right.
I know how half of that feels. So,
Well,
yeah.
I can get you word very quickly when we're ready to storm it.
Good. I do have shape-shifting abilities, so just give me word and I'll head right over.
We should.
No.
Are we gonna need outside help?
I don't think so, but I'm worried about the outside. We've known Pride, Amber, long time.
What? Wait,
Elabel's trustworthy.
wait. Hold on. You know what you're saying?
Think the colors are in on this?
Not all of them. It could be possible.
I'm sorry.
Cobalt is the head of the academy. Much do we know about him?
I have some sources that will help me find out.
I know that's definitely favors we'd have to repay, but might be worth investigating. Let me rephrase that. It's definitely investigating. I hate to suspect any of the colors, but
I mean, if you think about it,
it would explain
This
a
stuff-
number.
yeah, this stuff has been going on underneath the noses for a long time. Big shit.
Plus, they ain't exactly all that cooperative with each other.
Yeah. It wouldn't be hard to conceal it from the others.
All right.
If you're smart enough. Fury doesn't seem like the type. He has quite literally bled just as much as the rest of us.
Yeah.
That's
Probably
right.
more.
That's right. I
Yes,
can vouch.
But
they might even make it a game out of toying with him.
That Opal individual strikes me as relatively trustworthy.
there have been a number
Yeah.
of things that have happened that not a lot of people should have known about.
Mm.
All right, well.
I'm going to send a message to Pride with sending.
Okay.
Pride. It's Goose.
Oh,
Which of the colors would you trust with your life? Would you trust with the lives of your guild?
You have 5 words.
No, that's the whole message.
Oh.
It takes a couple seconds. And here. Well, that's a bit of a random question. Ask in the middle of the day.
What would you dump on
Trust
Tuesday morning?
Amber. And my father. What's this for?
Research project.
Funsies.
This has been a test of your public system.
This is a process of elimination.
Boo. That was an evil stare, GG.
All right, we're about to burn a little bit. I'm going to send her
We'll
another
skip that.
message. Not sure how likely, but be wary of Cobalt at a minimum. Yuri and Alabel are probably fine. Update you more soon.
You don't trust Cobalt? He's been a dear
What? You broke
We're
up.
losing you again, JT.
He's been a dear friend. Why the fuck?
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
it's right. I got a penny whistle right between my gun.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
You don't trust Cobalt. He's been a trusted friend for years.
I'm going to send her one more.
This is
Just get
my
the rotary
last.
form.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
going to be in there.
Calling dial a pride.
This is all I can spare for the day. Not certain yet. How many years have you known him and him be in charge of the academy?
I've known him since I was a child when my father ran the guild. He's run the academy far longer.
I'm going to relay all of that to the rest of them. Via the bond. So that Endergrass is not aware of it.
We're all just like
It's-
zoned in on each other.
Yeah, you guys are looking at each other, just kind of doing like the back and forth thing. And Hindergrass at this point has put a cauldron on and taken a couple of foodstuffs from his pockets and throws it on a little bit on a little skillet.
Well, look, y'all know the colors longer. I don't think I can be much help in figuring out which ones of them are that trustworthy.
Well, you're as helpful as the rest of us.
I think Fury is fine.
Agreed.
He seems driven to end this. When I was training the soldiers, he was there, and he expressed a lot of feelings similar to mine. So I think he's good.
He was also.
Although
Plus,
it
I
would be
don't
rather
think he's
funny
the-
if he poisoned himself.
I was thinking the same thing, Hal.
Hmm.
Mind you, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a fantastic time for us to take a break.
Gotta pee.
I'm sorry, guys. Nature's calling me, and I can't hold it no more. We'll be back in 5 minutes' time. Please stand by. I need to pee. Welcome back, everybody. Apparently, things are suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
Speaking of suspicious, let's burn another sending.
Oh my gosh.
Alabel, it's Howard. Spoke briefly with pride. How much do you know about colors, especially cobalt? Do you trust them?
You get back. Was it a message
Oh,
for
oh.
what? I was.
Literally, as soon as you go to jump into character, it's like, nah, fuck you.
Nah.
I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting. Expecting a message from you for a while. I mean, I know all the colors. I've watched them come in to their power.
How much can I afford? Fuck, I already used it today. Okay, how much can I afford to burn?
It's at this point you see Bray take a cup. Oh, I'm gonna need a couple more. Tea? Anybody?
Hell, I wouldn't say no.
Let me go. Let me go get them. You see him go over to one of the. See him go over to one of the bookcases. He grabs a section of books, and they all come out in one part. And you see what seems to be a secret stash of like a very expensive liqueur and a bunch of different glasses.
Kind of wholesome.
I like it.
What do you think? If you're going to be doing a favor, might as well at least incentivize you.
Hmm.
They went after
Yes.
your family. That's enough incentive for me.
Good. Now, please have a drink. And he pulls out the expensive bottle, and you see that he kind of like he stacks a bunch of these really fine porcelain cups on top of one another. Hands everybody, even the ones who declined, uh,
Hmm.
a cup. And he pours out this liquid, and it starts off as like this really like almost like a green tea hue, but as soon as it hits the glass the porcelainware, it turns into this velvety blue.
Fancy.
I grew this myself. When I had the time and well when we were in the growing season. And then he tops it off with a bit of the expensive liqueur. This will keep you warm.
I'd take a sip.
You take a sip. The first taste is blueberry. And it's very sweet. It's very sweet. And then it turns into almost like after notes of dandelion, and then it goes into like hibiscus and dandelion hibiscus, and then not the burn, but you start tasting the alcohol, and you get this very dark, smoky aftertaste of it all, and it blends super well together. And you feel it go down your throat. And as that does, you start noticing that the parts, like every part that the water had touched, resonates heat, and it's not like a painful heat, just like a really nice warmth.
Yeah.
Soon as it hits the stomach, feel that warmth just radiate through your body.
You know your way around tea, Doc.
I am really good at what I do. Howard, you take a sip of this, and you feel the exhaustion go away.
Whoa.
Yes. It's been so long. It's been so long. Let's
You've
come out of
been a
the
blanket burrito for how many weeks now?
Hey, I was using that.
House gift. No, I'm still in the cloak for now. Thanks. That is very helpful. I have one more message to send. This is all I can spare for the day. How did Cobalt earn his status?
You're talking to Alabel?
Mhm.
He earned his power because he was the right-hand man of Blue.
Of who?
The previous Blue.
Those clues.
I need to do some research as soon as I can. But first, we have a city to help.
Yes, River.
The ultimate crossover.
Doc, we have to get back. We have to get back to the rest of the populace. Off topic from everything we've discussed. You don't happen to know where there would be some adamantite. God, why am I mixing up which one is which?
You're muted, Steve.
Adamantite.
I thought I unmuted before that. Did you mean mithril, or was it
No.
adamantite specifically that you were looking at?
Adamantite specifically. Where there might be some.
The fuck is that?
Very strong metal.
What are those?
It
I got
all
more meat out of that, but I still claim
chickens.
something.
I mean, I would expect either at the docks, the ironworks, or some of the warehouses. You might get lucky with a couple of smithies, but ultimately I don't know.
Hmm.
All right.
And not for nothing, but you don't happen to have a spare set of those sensors that repel the shamblers lying around anywhere, would you?
They took all my supplies to make.
Well, can't blame a guy for trying.
Hey, I don't blame you. I just know how to control them. My little.
Actually, you could answer a question for us that we were uncertain of. Are those affected still living?
I haven't been able to figure that one out myself because I have a heartbeat. But they act as if they are undead.
Hmm.
Hmm.
As far as I know, it's very much a carrier. The bodies are a carrier of whatever is happening. They're very much not in their own faculties.
Of course.
Just the most scary part of it all.
All right.
All right. So the moon docks seem like they're smaller operation, and the bear docks is probably where they'd stage something bigger.
The Bear Wharf is in the Moondocks.
Oh. Sorry, I was trying to remember the sequence of one of them was a smaller
Murky
operation.
docks.
Citadel
Yeah.
is probably the main one. They've been protecting
Murky
it very
Docks.
heavily.
Was the main one.
Is going to probably be is more likely the heavier operation. The Moondocks is just a tertiary. And then the Citadel is your main course.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the questions I had.
You can stay here for a while if you wish to rest. You do look fairly beaten up.
Oh, thank you. I really did not want to go back out in the cold so soon anyway.
I
Honestly, same.
understand. I mean, as much as I hate to call them mine, my scourgers did a number on you.
Oh, the cold may have done worse. Well, for some of us.
Speak for yourself. You see any spare ribs lying around? I'm pretty sure I dropped one.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that what I picked up?
that wall probably still has a piece of you in it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I got a piece of me in it. Shifts slightly uncomfortably. Or I got a piece of it in me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A lot of enlightening information you've given us.
You said earlier that you know how to keep them away. What do you mean? Like, is there a specific thing? You said some didn't like sunlight. Is that what you were talking about?
Because I still carry. I think it's because I carry the residue of whatever that liquid they gave me was. It's not so much that they see me as a mentor figure, they just leave me alone.
Hmm.
I believe Yimmer has the liquid bile, right?
I have a whole water skin filled with it.
That's true.
That's
You want to
right.
show him some, Spleen?
Yeah,
Oh no.
I have it right fucking here. In this water skin is the shit you're talking about.
Possibly.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
It's pretty old. Don't know if it's still effective, assuming it is the same thing.
I don't want to open it because just in case of like, you know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it won't do any. It has to be in contact with a person that has the disease.
You got a way to test it?
Then
Not
why
really.
we're
I mean, do you
already-
have signs of lethargy? Have you felt any signs of lethargy in the past?
No.
week or so?
I mean,
Has
Wait.
anything you've done not made you feel unrested?
Why are they having to wear masks? I just gotta interrupt for a second. If it only is you get it from contact from somebody that has it, then is it like scratch or breath or cough? Is it a bite? What is
I
it?
know it's ingestion.
and wait.
A lot of people don't. Here's the thing: when researching diseases and figuring out where things come from, it takes time for us to realize how things work. We're going to cast a wide net.
Epidemiology.
It's like, am I hitting all the right notes given?
Yeah. Look at you go.
It's not like I fucking researched this.
I mean, Spling doesn't know this, but I do. Yeah, that's what they do.
That wasn't me being angry. That was just me being super excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's like when we don't know something, we're gonna cast the widest net possible to see what works and what doesn't. Then process of elimination. Unfortunately, shit takes time.
But as far as you can tell so far, it's something they're ingesting.
You think you could do anything with this?
I mean, yes, it's a liquid. Where did you get it, and what were they doing with it when you had it?
This was from that underground thing we were talking about in Ministad.
Okay.
Full
I
of
took
king's
a
head mushrooms.
That green goo that you're talking about in the little vial, this is the stuff. I'm pretty sure.
This
Because
stuff.
these magical asshats that are my team members, and I trust them, they sensed that this was from something magical. It wasn't just a soup of mushroom and weird glitter in it or something.
The liquid
This is the real deal.
was created through or enchanted with some kind of extraplanar magic. King's head mushrooms in it that were being mutated by it over a very long period.
Found king's head mushroom in that solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yet my king's head mushrooms, General Lord, keeping well, at least my scurvers away. And when put into the sensors, created a quite effective range on them to keep away the other mutators. That doesn't make sense. Were there any other mushrooms in there?
I think
So we
so.
saw.
I mean, here.
Is this a brining liquid?
Yeah.
So
Hold on.
like
He starts going through his notes. He just starts looking through, and it's
I
like,
just want to like.
I'm gonna slowly slide the books back out of my bag onto his desk, just in case any of them are important to what he's looking for.
oh please, those are not the ones I'm looking for.
Okay.
And if you wish to read them, by all means do. But I would like them. I think the properties. This is just a theory. I don't know this one for sure. But if they're brining mushrooms in that liquid, people ingest them. That's what gives them the crow's bane.
I mean, I guess like if I was a scurvy, and someone was coming at me with my own flesh, I would be like, whoa, Maybe they become mushroom, and so that you just like you blend in. Either if you have it on you, they look at you like if you're dressed as as me, Spleen, I'll be like, yeah, that's Spleen. You chill. But if you weren't, I'll be like, ah, if I was a mushroom.
So we saw some of your notes in another room. For my own clarification, the Scurvers are aggressive
Oh, quite
towards
aggressive.
the sensors.
Oh,
Yes.
Especially
they
the
don't
people
like the
holding them.
mushrooms.
The Shamblers steer away from them.
Oh,
What are you talking about, Shambler?
The normal
You
ones.
cut out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, just regular folk. Yeah, look like they're completely dead.
You're talking about the ones that went mad.
Yeah.
You call them shamblers.
Oh, not us. I mean, I guess we kind of adopted it because that's what everyone else was calling them.
I certainly wasn't calling them Fred when they were trying to eat me.
That's fair. Honestly, that kind of makes sense. Surprised I didn't come up with that one myself.
If there were... God, this seems like a really dangerous idea. And possibly a terrible one.
Go on.
Not like bad, but like ethically. I don't know. We don't know enough about the disease to know that part. If there was a way that we could use this to mass mutate the Shamblers, that they're using these sensors to keep at bay, do they know that the Scurvers attack rather than avoid? Have you ever reported that to them?
I did report it to them. Whether or not they listen is up to them.
Yeah,
As for-
see,
Oh,
Oop.
sorry. As for mass mutation, that's a power outside my own ability.
Not like we could just drop this in a square and make some noise to attract them to it. And how did they have to eat it? They just come into contact with it?
Are you talking about turning the shamblers into scurvers?
Yeah.
I just injected them with that brine.
Oh, full-on injection. Oh.
But I don't know if that's the same brine I received.
Oh, I know.
Hmm.
We would have to make sure of that first. It was just a thought of maybe we could use it against them to at least spread them a little thinner, you know?
yeah. Well, you're right. That was a crazy idea. Not sure how I feel about it. Not knowing if them folk in there are
Yeah.
beyond bringing back.
Yeah.
You know, if you give me a day, give me that brine. Give me a day. See what I can do.
do you want us to bring you one of the guys?
No, I don't need them.
here you go, Doc.
I've got leftover biddles of the rest of my scurvers here and there.
All right.
Didn't one of you take one of the feet?
I think we were going to take one of the feet on the way out.
I mean, there were the arms that were attached to that book that you found a ways back.
That was a human, wasn't it?
That was a frozen person.
Yeah, so it was unclear whether they were shamblers or not, considering their hands had themselves gotten so
Frostbitten.
Decayed.
brain dead. What? Yes, decayed and frostbitten. It's hard to tell, but if they were a shambler, I don't know, perhaps it won't become of use.
So say we stay the night here. Where is a place that they won't stumble upon us and think you're colluding if they happen to come?
What about that supply area where the others were hiding out?
Would be one of the places. I
Hmm.
mean, direct opposite of where I am. Kind of seems like they've been stumbled in, but actually deal with me.
Good enough for me. We can
Yeah, that works.
sure the door is intact. It's hopefully clear.
I mean, given that you said you killed 3 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Well, I mean, that's the only 3 that were within the vicinity.
That's good.
We do like to be thorough.
If you wish for me to take you back to the storage room, you can.
Oh, we can find it. That's no problem.
Yeah.
I'll let you focus on your on that.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, please leave me be, and I'll get my researching done. If you wish to stay the night, by all means, but respectfully stay out of my way.
Will do.
All right.
Let's go set up a dome.
Yeah.
So you guys start exploring the hospital further, and you start getting a better layout of everything. And Bray sends you off, and he tells you exactly where to go and what has been cleared out and whatnot. You end up, ironically, going right by the cafeteria, a spot that Diamondback.
We are not sleeping in there.
Why? It's got a nice
Diamondback's
open
first
view
wall
into this
hug.
room.
I've got some bad memories, all right?
Eventually making it to the storage area. You set up where the other scout team had set up, and you light yourself a small fire and feel the warmth around you. It's still roughly mid-afternoon, but you take the time to just rest and relax a little bit. Although the hospital is now not as scary as it once was when you first got in, it still has this air of real creepiness and just destruction and decay. It's desolate.
Who knows?
You take the
what
time to
might wander
reflect.
in.
You take the time to look through the books and the research that you had found and picked up, trying to piece together things that are going on. Is there anything that anybody wants to specifically do before I start wrapping this up?
Howard is going to take some time with Diamondback and Alsterian and probably pick B's brain a little bit too, now that he knows that they run a forge. And he's going to show them some sketches of a mold that he wants to try and get made, but it needs to be strong enough, withstand enough temperature to melt crystals.
Well, shit, why didn't you just say so before? I got one of those in my satchel.
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
Damn.
What on earth are you planning?
Well, you know what my end goal is. It's, I think I figured out what I'm missing. And I'm halfway there, but it's not done right. I'm gonna need your help to do it right, and I'm gonna need this mold.
Well, the forge at home is yours whenever you need it. I can't say I've ever heard of that metal that you were talking about earlier. We just mostly worked in weaponry.
Grandfather might know of it, if he's been around as much as you say he has. And even if not, he may have heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hal, I'm gonna need especially your time comes, but need that mold before I can do anything.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Melting crystals?
Mm-hmm. Not
Have
an
anything
easy
to do
task.
with? Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say. So this is what you've been getting up to all those nights you're experimenting with your magic.
Yeah. Among other things, I tend to play with a lot of things, but this is the primary goal.
Oh, really?
Damn it, Spleen.
I mean, to be fair, you kind of walked into that one.
I did know better.
Yeah, well, any way I can help, certainly. Don't know exactly what I could do other than keep an eye out for the stuff you need.
I don't know yet either, but you have a talent with magic. There's going to be a whole lot of it involved in this.
Yeah, well, I'd do with that. Speaking of which, you've been casting our rituals all day dang long and wearing yourself out of spells. Let me put the dome up tonight, eh?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. And whenever we are getting ready to turn in, so to speak, he tunes up the lute and... Well, how I love to say hello when time is on our side. Feels like a lifetime let to go, a long way from good night. But the glass is ever turning, sand can fall so quick. And no one tells you our farewell is closer than you think. Now I gotta go, go, go. Another ship and another show. 20 songs if they love me, only 18 if they don't. I'll wander far and wide, many miles until you're mine. How many nights and roadway lines I just don't know. But I gotta go, 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 and cast up the dome.
Well,
Thank you, thank you.
As the dome appears, you feel the warmth environment take you in and lull you to further rest and relaxation. You guys have had a long rest. I should have said that earlier, but given that you guys are going into full rest, with that, we're gonna session. Unless Spleen, you wanted to do something.
yeah.
Okay, yep, do your thing.
Yeah, sorry. I just didn't want to interrupt anything.
Oh,
While they're doing the forge stuff, Spleen is actually gonna go to Dr. Cat. And I forgot his name.
Hindergrass.
Yep. And while he's doing his thing, he's just gonna poke her head over the desk. So, As you can tell, I'm a goblin. And goblins are kind of immune. Do you know why?
Specifically, no, I don't. Probably just something to do with whatever the concoction is that they've given me. I haven't dissected it and figured out what was what.
Have you dissected a goblin? Would you like some of? Would you like a piece of me or something? Like some?
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. Are you sure?
I mean, I don't have the specific parts to make this brine. I don't know what works or what not. If I just threw a bit of brine on your skin and nothing happened, well, then nothing happens.
Hmm.
And if something happens, I don't know what exactly in it is creating that cause.
Hmm. Well, you know when you get sick, though, if your body is strong, it could fight it off. So, what if goblins have a strong body that can fight it off? And you don't. Or they don't. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I respect that you're trying to offer yourself for researching purposes. But I think I see your fucking smirks and it's driving.
Sorry.
See, we've been
Feel
reading and
good.
writing chat, so
I know, I've been looking at it too.
I've been really trying.
If I had more time, I would more than likely like to get a sample from you, but that being the case, I think I'm just going to work on what I have. I'm going to need some time with it. And hopefully I can get something to you guys in the morning.
Okay. But if you ever want a piece, you got a willing goblin.
I will take that into consideration. Please. I do need to work on this.
Okay, fine. And she waddles away. Waddle, waddle.
As you waddle away back to the dome. Back to the dome is nice and pretty. It's warm. You guys feel content. I know there's a party appreciation for
There was.
Daddy Diamondback.
Oh.
Spleed just
boy.
walks into the dome like, got any grapes?
And with that, do you want to do this now, Tom?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna go in order of how the cameras are arranged on my my call here. Lissa, you fit in the second you jumped into this mess with us. I mean, like we getting to play with you on the one shot. We already got a sense that you were gonna do just fine when you came in here, and I love the difference in character from like going from alluring amethyst and her kind of contained chaos to the ultimate well, one of the ultimate chaos gremlins of the party is just fantastic. You do an amazing job at role playing and keeping things rolling, so I'm really glad you're part of this. Given when I popped into this thing, you just knocked my dang socks off with how well realized a character Spleen is. I have had multiple people, not a few of whom are involved in radio, who have said like the amount of skill you put into portraying Spleen, from physicality to voice to everything. If you wanted to be a voice actor, you've got a very good foundation to jump off from. Your commitment is outstanding, and even when Diamondback is being pithy, Tom is loving every single damn thing that happens. Juju, the amount that you juggle to keep this thing running, to keep us alive in terms of tech, in terms of timing, and then still being able to do all of that, wrestle with a computer, as I know you have to from time to time, and create this wonderfully, beautifully realized character in Howard. It just boggles my mind. I've been having trouble on like the DMing side of my like RPGing recently, keeping track of the characters I have to play because it's just too much jumbling around in there. But you are just constantly on top of everything. And the way that you play Howard, with that kind of stillness, the quietness, punctuated by moments of blowing yourself up. But how you're able to maintain that character calm while making sure everything else is working behind the scenes, we could not do this without you, and I am amazed at your ability to just multi-brain everything here.
You want to know a secret?
Yeah.
It's easy because most of Howard is based off of me myself.
Hey, it's a damn good place to start from.
That's right.
And then I just get lost in too many windows.
I hear that. And Steve, like, the dignity that you bring to Helsterian is like there are times where, as we're role playing, I don't see you, even though I absolutely love your beautiful face. But like I can just absolutely see, you know, the horns growing out, the skin going purple, the fire. The choices you've made recently in story to kind of put yourself down that barbarian path and take what happened at the end of last season and turn it into such a wonderful arc that your character is going through right now. I wish I could roleplay that good. Like the depth that you are mining for your character's journey is top tier Dungeons and Dragons. So thank you for maintaining a high standard that I continually try to at least scrape the bottom of.
You, Matt.
I was going to say, yeah. 6, even though you're not here, Matt, the second you and I started playing off each other in in our intro session, I knew I was going to have a great time, and I knew I had lucked out in having you as a scene partner. Yimmer is another example of peak D&D in a very different way from Helsterian, in that just the full joy that emanates from you anytime you are playing Yimmer, anytime he gets to do anything, even if things aren't necessarily going the character's way, you always manage to bring this commitment, this joie de vivre. I don't think I have ever not smiled while Yimmer is saying lines, and multiple people, including dungeon masters that I play with, list him as their favorite character. And that is in every way you're doing. You are fantastic. And I'm really glad that I get to play off you as often as I do. I could not ask for a better scene partner. And last but certainly not least, our bard with no name, JT. I truly, genuinely appreciate how seriously you took it when I put my hat into the ring to jump into this thing, especially considering I was giving you basically a meme character. Like I'm so grateful for the trust that you put in me to not just leave it at, yeah, he's a bard who sings country songs. But once I got into this thing again, this is the highlight of my damn week, every week. Because you have created such a wonderful world for us to delve into. Not just the preparation you do, the intricacy with which you have built these environments, the dexterity you have to work with us when we go off the rails, your willingness to yes and us, so that when we try something weird and screwy, even if it doesn't end up working out, you still gave us a chance to try it. Your commitment to making sure that we are, both in the game and beyond the game, doing well, that we are looking after ourselves. This is what a great dungeon master does. You make us part of the story, even when we're not rolling dice. So, thank you for letting us play in what you have created. Thank you for letting us shape it in whatever ways we can. And as long as you want to tell this story, I am going to be here to tell it with you. I think everybody else will too.
I'm tearing up. Yeah.
Wait, I got this too.
All these different drinks at McDonald's.
Do you dare to imagine? Wait, sorry, I got a better one.
Nope.
Oh,
And with that,
got me teary.
I want to end it right there. I don't want to do end announcements. We're just gonna go because that's really beautiful. So with that,
Stick around for a raid.
Actually,
we'll raid
I
somebody.
was going to say,
we'll rate
as part
somebody.
of that party appreciation, Mama Bear, I'm sorry that I'm delaying your parody song till next week, but thank you for contributing the money that allows this wonderful story to happen. You are amazing.
Yep. So, what do we got for raid?
We'll figure it out. Go ahead.
All right. So, with that, you guys have a good night. Be safe. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week. But in turn, just want to say, do you dare to imagine? I love you all.
Have you ever fought a dragon and stormed its mountain lair? Have you ever killed a vampire and seen the evil in its lair? Have you ever sought adventure and couldn't find it anywhere? Well, here's the answer to your call. We are the Dire Bear. Adventuring company. Come leave behind all your cares. Dire Bear. Adventuring company. Come with me and see what's out there. If you wanna be a hero or a demon in disguise, if you wanna steal a spaceship and sail across the endless skies, if you wanna live a story and you're down to have some fun, come on and join the Dire Bears. There's a game for everyone. Dire Bear. Adventuring company. Come leave behind all your cares. Dire Bear. Adventuring company. Come with me and see what's out there. Rah.